Up, Cronulla, the boys in the black, white and blue. Up, Cronulla, name of the Sharks fit you. Sharks, Sharks, forever. Go out and play without fear. Now's the time to see good football, for the Sharks are here.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to a rockin' SharkCast. Welcome to rockin' Shark Stadium, the greatest place on earth, right here, Shark Stadium. And if you're not down with that, I got two words for you. Up, Cronulla, let's go. Sharks win. Sharks win. 20 points to 10. A phenomenal performance by the boys. And I got great news. We can play better. I hope you can hear me. I can't hear anything except for just the awesomeness of this stadium. Sharks win 20 to 10. A great atmosphere here all night long. Place has been rocking, and what great defense resilience the Sharks showed. Man, Trish gets the first comment of the night. Up. Great win by the Sharks. They win at 20 points to 10. And you'll have to deal with a bit of noise here and a bit of flicking around on phones and that kind of stuff, but we're going to get through this. This is a lot of fun. Sharks progress to week 2, play the winner of Brisbane Canberra tomorrow. We'll all have our eyes on that. Cody says 2 words for you. Up. Mucky Muck says what a win. Cody says fantastic win by the lads. Matt Stacey saying what we're all saying. Toby. That last play. And I grabbed Kieran and I went, what are they doing? And then Toby beat 11 guys and scored a try. Mucky Muck says, so good, given no chance from the experts. Yeah, I got to do some stuff, don't I? I got to send you out some links. Okay. Everyone, stay tuned here. I've been a bit slack because it's a bit of a different experience here today. The NRL are running things. But I'm going to put this in here. So you now have a StreamYard link, I hope, somewhere. Yes, you do. And for the Insta people, just jump on YouTube or Facebook if you want to dial in, and there's a StreamYard link there as well. Sharks win 20 points to 10. Close game. Roosters gave everything they had. My man Grunge Meister Fuzz says, savoring this sweet, sweet taste of redemption. Cody says, Brayley and Tricky were huge. Excellent kick defusal by Rami and Katoa. Man, we nullified the kick. It was so good. Ash, I've put up a post just now for the stream if you want to dial in. Happy birthday to Joe, the greatest cafe manager in the world. We love you, man. Blake says, how many beers have I had? More than usual, but certainly not enough to stop me from podcasting. All good, my man. Lisa says Katoa was so good under that high ball. Absolutely. Peter Lennon says, I'm here. Let's go. Daniel says, experts on Fox didn't seem too happy, probably hoping for a Sharks loss to talk about Nico again. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I can't say much about that because I work for them. All right. I'm going to bring in...
Mate.
Here he is off the back bench. Ash.
Mate. I don't even know how I'm still alive. I mean, I feel like I was going to have a legit heart attack, guys. That last 10 minutes, excuse my French, but sorry, just a bit of a cough.
You good?
I couldn't even watch that. I felt like that was 2016 all over again, mate, honestly. Like, wow, just unbelievable. Toby, give him the keys to the Shire, just please. I know it's only the week one, but still.
No. Let's not talk it down, Ash. Let's not talk it down. Week one, it doesn't matter. Like we did.
I know it's still a win, absolutely, mate. 1 million.
It's a great win. It's a great win, and the Roosters brought it. They were. That was not an easy victory. The Roosters brought it.
Like, I'll be honest. Like for all the listeners out there, wherever you are across the world, it was not 13 on 13. It was 15 on 13. Todd Smith and Tedesco, the extra men.
I'm going to stop you there, Ash, and I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to surprise you, and I'm going to agree with you. I thought the refereeing was really not great. I thought the 10 meters was beyond atrocious, and I was in a pretty good spot in the stand to have a look at that 10 meters. And there's an example for when Trindle sets up that first try, the defender gets to Trindle before he gets the ball. It's ridiculous. So I think they did well to overcome what you suggest. I agree with you.
And I don't know what Todd Smith saw, but where was the knock on? How do you not call a knock on when the Roosters, when it was their set of six, they dropped the ball and that doesn't get called for a knock on? For all those that were watching that weren't at the game, for those that are in pubs or on the lounge, what did you guys see? Because how does that not get called for a knock on?
Yeah, I don't know, Ash. I'm gonna love you and leave you because we got Leopin 75 waiting for us. Thank you so much for calling in.
Before I go, I'm gonna give just my man in the match. I know it was a tough game, but for me, I'm giving it to Toby. You're a legend, Toby. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Sam. Catch up soon. Cheers, man. Thank you.
Take care, sir. Thanks,
Sam. Cheers, mate. Bye.
No worries. Now, we saw, I think it was Leopin drop in to the studio and drop out. Please, if you want to call back, you're more than welcome. There's no pressure to, but if you want to dial in, be here for a little while. Nick says, I woke up at 5 a.m. to drive down for the game, lost my voice, had severe anxiety all second half, and so worth it. Happy for the boys. I'm really happy for them too. I really am. And I think we were all sort of maybe thinking the same thing on that last play with the Toby try. But as Kieran said to me all night, Kieran Fraser, he said, it's not the worst place for them to start a set because they were starting a lot of their sets, the Roosters, from their own 10-meter line. And to be fair, so were we. We're at the second half. Man, they were hammering us, but did enough to get out of there. Loading Thunder says, did I miss it? Did Talakai get a run? I kept waiting for him. He did. He did get a run. I'm going to bring in Steve. Hey, Steve, how are you?
Good, Sam. Yourself?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Thank you.
It's no dramas, mate. Late night.
It's a late night. It's going to be a late night. It's going to be a long week, and that's what we like doing. What did you see out there, my friend?
It was a defibrillator type of game, as normal. We probably didn't play to our best, nor did they play to their best. It was a finals game where, we got over the line, and that was the main thing. It doesn't look like we've got any injuries, and at this time of the season, you want to try to keep as many players intact, no suspensions. It was just a tough slog. That first half we were struggling. And a couple of times they really had us pinned down in both halves. We couldn't get out of our own half. And then there's those two tries, those two tries late in that first half. We got bogged down again in that second half early on. You know, and I've seen enough tonight. Now, let Trindle do general play kicking. Nico, he can find someone. Nico would be great when he has kids, and you know, when you kick the ball to your kid, he'll never have an issue. He'll get it straight to him every time. But Trindle's got a better kicking game in that, and we've got to play to our strengths. But yeah, a win is a win in finals, and we stay alive. We go to next week, and the Roosters are gone, the Warriors are gone. You know, there's just going to be 6 of us left, and long as you keep standing up, and that's what it's like. It's just it's a knockdown.
They've shown in the last 2 weeks, Steve, that they can win battles. Like the Canterbury game was not easy against a really good team, and then you saw what Canterbury did to Melbourne. They really tested them the other night, and they showed that, you know, they're a legit team, Canterbury. And then tonight, the Roosters, I was actually pretty impressed with them. Like I thought they were pretty good, and particularly live when you hear like they really play every angle to get across that line. Like they push harder off the line, and I thought we did really good. And I guess my point is, Steve, that we've shown we can battle, and as long as it's not sort of 4 weeks of, you know, maybe this sort of grind, although it probably will be. I feel like if we can sort of get away with one at some point a little bit easier than tonight, I think we can probably go a long way. But either way, it's one game at a time, and I'm really happy for the playing group, for everyone who works here, but I'm really happy for the fans, like, because there was a feeling here of just utter relief, particularly with that Toby try. We sort of knew it was home then, and really good crowd. There was a fair few Roosters fans here. I'd probably put it at probably 70-30, maybe. I think that's accurate to say, and very vocal crowd. And I thought the halves, you were talking about the halves, I thought the halves actually were decent. I think there's some things they both have back. I thought Trindle was better, and that's totally okay. That's fine. But did enough to get us out of there and across the line. And there was a point when we were really battling to get out of our own yard, and they brought on Fanua Blake and I want to say Britton Nicker at the same time. And the game just shifted. It was like, here we go. And they really needed it. I thought it was a pretty good coaching job today by Fitzgibbon. Ballsy move to play Billy Burns, but paid off. Not sure what we're going to do next week. We can discuss that all week long. But, great stuff. Who else impressed you aside from the people you've spoken about?
Well, Ronaldo, but, you know, he had a jewel out on that wing. Marky Mark. So
pretty good, that fella.
He's only played 20 odd games. So hey, when we play with someone and they get to 20 odd games, that's what I expect. So I expect that level. That's what but yeah, Ronaldo played well. When Nickera come on, I actually think they'll play that system again next week, Sam, because Billy's the bigger body early on, and Nickera can come on and use his leg speed. I mean, he can come on in that half, and you can get him running even up the guts, and you can turn those bigger forwards around. So, you know, that's the type of – and he can cover an outside back. It reminds me a bit of little Luke Lewis, Nicker, and that type of speed where you can – at a pinch, you could put him on a wing. You know, at a pinch, he's that mobile type of guy. Fanua Blake led – I mean, when he came back on, even early, he always seems to be able to make those post-contact yardage. Which a lot of players don't. You see him drag them through. I think Jesse went well again. He stood up well. Blake couldn't make as many runs. It's because it's refereed differently. And
very differently. Very differently.
I've watched the 3 games, and especially how Melbourne and Penrith play, they just stand offside. They test the referee in finals straight away. The Panthers were giving away numerous penalties today. Melbourne were doing it again last night. We've got to learn that's what you've got to do. So you've got to just test the referee straight from the start. And so we're going to do it and ping me. And then you go, okay, well, he's going to ping me. Then I'll go back an extra meter and I'll test him again. And
there was a point tonight, Steve. There was a point tonight, Steve, where I thought the coach needed to send a message out to Brayley to have a talk to the ref because, I'm biased. I get it. But you guys know I'm not a ref disliker at all, but he had no control over that ruck. And And I really thought it was probably around the 55th minute mark, approximately. And I thought if I was in charge of this team, I'd be sending a message out to the trainer, to Nico, to Blake, to whoever, to get in the ref's ear about these guys, because at points it was almost comical. And I get it, like as you say, like it's a different game. Fine.
Yep.
But go watch the replay of that first try. I swear to goodness, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I swear Trindle gets the ball. Sorry, the defender gets to Trindle before he's got the ball. He does the kind of weird flick pass thing. It's like, and that was just an example of where they were at and how off the line they were. So, you know, we got the job done, and that's all that matters. But
and he's gone as that's his last game as refereing this season anyway, because it drops down to 2 refs next week, and he won't be one of the 2. You know, point blank. So he's you know, of the 4 final referees, he's probably number 4. And he doesn't control. He let Teddy get into his ear. He should have just told him, go away. Yeah. That's it. Just go away. And that's it. But he lets Tedesco talk. They let Tedesco talk. It's the same as Cameron Munster. They let them talk. They just believe because they played a couple of rep games, they can go on a bit. But
have to say Tedesco backs it up with his playing. He was unbelievable. He's everywhere you look. He's all over that field for an old fella. Like, huge respect for him. Huge respect for him. Sorry, my voice is going. No, he was noticeably, even from far away. Yap. It's like, I get it. It's good captaincy. It actually is good captaincy. But man, it's annoying to watch. I have to say, I'm not sure about the TV, but I'll put it up here on the screen. Mark says the old, what did he say? Shark Park shined. It looked mint on TV. And it was actually tonight, like, admittedly, I was in the upper end of Rettinghausen, but it actually felt like an NRL stadium. I'll say that. So I had a lot of fun here, that's for sure.
I used to go down there in the 80s as a season ticket holder. And when I keep hearing it, it still feels like if I went back, I wouldn't have to move many years. I would just go back in time. I wouldn't be moving forward far. And I can understand one reason to stay there. Also can understand the reason to leave. It's a really tough one. But that's another thing for another day.
Yeah.
I tell you who probably we haven't mentioned who played well under the bomb was Sione Katoa.
Yeah, I thought both wingers. I thought the fullback mostly. But yes, Katoa was immense. He was the one under pressure.
Took those couple of bombs, but it was strange. They didn't bomb to do. I mean, that was it. It was something that the Roosters playbook that went out the window, because I would have thought from the first time, remember we dropped the ball, tackle 2 with Ronaldo. That set of 6, I was expecting bomb coming. Nothing. It wasn't until the second half did they put one up at him.
Yeah. Yeah, they were good ones
their
too.
Problem.
It is, Steve. I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for calling in. Always appreciate it. Always great to hear from you. I'm very happy for you and all of our fans, and for me and for everyone, that we get to live another week. And it's just really nice, man. All the crap that we cop as fans of this great team, and it's just, you know, it's a lot of the time over the top, and we showed tonight. We went toe to toe with a really good team, and we knocked them out. And it's time to go on. And you know, guess what? We can win finals games. How good's that, Steve? We can win finals.
I just need 3 more. That's all.
Yeah.
That's
3 more.
I'll be happy at 3. Is that all? Is that fine, Sam? 3 more this year.
Got a better chance than the Warriors and whoever else you were talking about.
And always more chance than the Dargons. Well, they're never there anyway. So
excellent. All right. Take care. Keep tuning in. Keep listening. Sam. Appreciate you, Steve. Thanks so much.
Cheers,
I will. Thank you. That was Steve, a great listener of ours. If you want to dial in, please do so. I've forgotten all about our friends over on the Instagram, as I do. Nikki says, such a high, cheering loud from home. Yep, absolutely. Keels 11 says the Chooks can take the Portaloo with them. I agree. Penn says, how good is winning? Chester, I believe my son might be online watching. We did it, young man. Hello to the webs who are watching. Hello to everyone who's watching. incredible at my SharkCast. Our SharkCast listeners and viewers are the best. Jace says, so glad we have Hazo back next week. Good game from Trindle, man of the match. Rudolph, very impressive as well. Ben says, can't believe we won after how much the Roosters dominated in defense. Such a great win. Absolutely. Chris says, hey, Sam, gritty win against the odds. A lot to work on. Yeah, there is some stuff to work on, but I was super happy with that performance. The effort was unbelievable. And Chris says, Trindle, Katoa, Toby, to name a few, all brilliant. Shane says, that's what I thought. Hello to Camweb. MJ says, what does MJ say? Won't be lucky. Sharks are doing good things to... Won't be lonely. Sharks are doing good things to my heart. There's 2 people tonight who have referenced my songs. I am so overwhelmed that you would think to do that. Thank you so much. Cam Webb says, wonderful night at Shark Park. One of the greatest moments ever when Toby crossed over. Yes, because Cam and Hannah are right there. They would have seen that coming. Jay says, any chance you can get Dan on later in the week? Oh, if you must. Maybe shoot me a DM to remind me, my friend. But yeah, we can do that. Rex says, up, what a ripper. I'm traveling next week. Bring on the Bronx or the Raiders. Well, yeah, let me know who you guys want, and I'll come back to the Insta. Let me know who you want to play. I'm just so happy. This is awesome. All right. Kim says, awesome win, electric atmosphere. Toby saves the season again. That's a great point. Nice meeting you tonight as well. Kim, it was my pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much. I met you just over here. You're in the upper ET with a whole bunch of us. And I met a lot of great people tonight. I met Jacqueline, I met Kim, met a whole lot of listeners tonight. Best listeners in the world. Jesse says, Tobias with hot marks. Danny, now this is true. This is true. Danny was confident all week. I have to give him credit there. I want to read some stats here while I got you, because I don't even know what's been happening. I haven't been looking at the stats or anything. Sharks, more run meters, more dummy half runs, 7 offloads each. The Roosters had 5 line breaks to 3. Sharks completed at 31 of 39, so we can improve on that. We can improve on that. Roosters were 30 of 42. You expect that. Sharks at the moment missed 39 missed tackles, so we can improve on that too. 9 errors to their 12, conceded 4 penalties to their 3. We kicked a lot better and a lot more. And each team forced 1 dropout. So that's some team stats. Now, Terry says, unbelievable win, pure guts, so good to finally win at home. Yeah, you know what? It's good to get one at home. After all the hoopla about this beautiful stadium, look, you can see it in the background. If you're watching, a lot of people are going to listen later on the podcast, and we love those people. But if you're watching right now or watching later on demand, look at this beautiful ground. How could you say anything bad about this ground? There was a bit of a brouhaha in the upper. A couple of younger people had had a few too many Chardonnays. Hopefully we sorted that out okay. Brendan says Sione Katoa, 21 runs for 126 meters, 31 post-contact meters, 5 tackle breaks, and 2 crucial catches on our line. He was outstanding tonight. He was, Brendan. Thank you. Jesse says, come on, Raiders, then off to watch us beat the Donkeys, the Broncos. Ghastly 10 says, let's go, Sam. What an effort. Love giving it to Marky Mark tonight. He was still pretty good, I thought. He's their most dangerous guy for sure. Danny says we got the win. Absolutely grinded for that win. Defense wins matches the last 4 weeks we've had it. Yeah, they're on song with their defense. The defense is going great. Sean says Fox commentary couldn't write us off fast enough, and even after a win, didn't want to give us any praise. What a ripper from a try from Rudolph. Not many blokes have knocked Tedesco down like that. Well, I'm not going to comment on the Fox stuff, but I appreciate you writing in about it, and I'll check it out later on. Luke says, and thank you, Sean. Luke says, I feel as if we're hitting our straps at the right time of the year. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I'm so relieved that this person can breathe, because this person was messaging me on the hour every hour for the last week saying, I need this win more than I need air to breathe. And it was RCB from Canberra. So he says, I love you, Toby, for the people listening and not watching. And Toby's doing wonderful things. And as someone pointed out before, he didn't save the season tonight, but we were definitely going to win after he scored that try. So very good stuff. And he was great all game. Cody says early in the set, kicks from Trindle were great. Found grass, put the chooks on the back foot. Yeah, Trindle was really good. And his kicking was great. Ghastly 10 is going to say what I'm going to say. Got to give Nafea White credit. Oh, came over and got a picture with him even after the result. Well, I wasn't going to give him credit for the picture. I thought he was really good tonight. BJK says Ronnie 2, Marky Mark 1. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we can take that one. Shake, I'm not going to put that up because it'll probably get me in trouble. But Matthew says both Dogs and Chooks games were won on defense. Sharks can score points, putting both these sides under defensive pressure. We made them make some errors. Yeah, really good stuff. Matt says whatever questions they asked, we had answers. Corey says, Toby. Now, this is interesting. Ghastly says, what happened with the Chooks captain challenge? Swore they said it was unsuccessful, but later they decided it was inconclusive. So I'm not sure. I was just at the ground with everyone watching, and it came up on the screen saying unsuccessful. So we thought, beauty, there's no more challenges. But then later in the game, as you all know, they went to the challenge, and it was like, I don't think they can do that. But I guess what you're saying is they changed it after the fact, or maybe the person putting up on the screen, which is a job I've done in my past, maybe they did it wrong. I don't know. And Matt also asked the same question. Cody thinks we should have the grand final here at Shark Stadium, and I agree. Danny says, I was so pumped for this game all day and believe we had the plan to win. Credit where it's due. Fitzy coached that well, and the team played well to that plan. Patience football. So Danny, with some praise for the coach. I love it. My big brother David. Well, we've spent some long and testing times here at this stadium, but we did it, Davey boy. We got through, and he's saying hello to my young fellow Chester who had a birthday yesterday. I think Chester might be asleep by now, but Scott, I'm not going to ask that, but thank you so much for writing it. I hope you understand why I can't ask that question. Cam Oliver, the great Cam Oliver, last seen in Las Vegas. Seeing AFB celebrate the way he did when Rudolph scored fills me with confidence. Yeah, it's a great point. We are connected. They love that word, and I'm coming around to it. Connection. Gusty 10 said the Toby try felt like Fafita's match winner in the GF. Yeah, I understand that. Yes. Cody wants the Raiders. Marky Mark wants the Broncos. They make more errors. Jay says the bench was solid. Outgrew the Chooks, Shark Park in the dark, baby. Let me jump over the Insta so I don't forget our friends over there. So Jay has a question. If Hazelton is right for the next week, who drops off the bench? I don't have an answer for you there. I really like the Burns thing. I like the Burns thing with Nakora coming off the bench. I don't know how long he can keep doing that, but I liked it. Now, my nephew Thomas is watching. Hello, my friend. Thomas was the lucky individual to be next to me at the grand final in 2016. He was about this big. Now he's about 20 feet tall. Shout out to AJ. Now, AJ's going to be doing it tough. He's a big Chooks man, but I know he'll be happy for us Sharks fans. My nephew also says, hopefully that is Todd Smith's last game of the season. I would think it might be. I wasn't too happy, as you know, and I'm not that person that talks that way about refs. Our friend Lewis, who we saw at the Hairy Man down at the pre-game drinks. Thanks to everyone that came down there as well for the pre-game drinks. I met, I think it's Andy from the Hairy Man. He was happy that we all came down. King Tricky was huge. Up. And I do want to give a shout out, actually, to two particular sponsors. The Royal Motor Yacht Club in Port Hacking. Now, usually we go there for everything that we do. The Royal Motor Yacht Club in Port Hacking, we urge you to go there. Tonight, just because of location, we didn't do that. But we do love the Royal Motor Yacht Club in Port Hacking. And we also love Jason Hawes from Cripps and Cripps Real Estate. You guys know that. We love Dyson Logistics. We love Mr. Paisley. So support all those people when you can. Shake says, Burns, the unsung hero. The guy has been incredible the last month. He's been pretty good. Like, it's a good problem to have, that's for sure. And Cody also says selection headaches with Tommy back next week. Oh, here we go. There's a quote from my brother about Fitzy. Fitzy said, we got nothing tonight. And you know what? Fitzy sees the game because we got nothing tonight. Steve says Tommy can only help go forward even more off the bench if he's back next week, but who drops out? Yeah, I don't know. Let me look at this team. So the bench was Kafusi, Talakai, Hamlin, Welly, and Nikora. It might be, I don't even want to speculate. I was going to say Kafusi, but then he got the most meters off the bench. So I don't know. I don't know. We're going to have to podcast every hour on the hour next week. And there are people out there that don't want us to do it, but we're going to do it. We're just going to podcast until we can't speak anymore. Although it will be from a location out of the Shire, but we'll get to that later on. But we'll be doing it by hook or by crook. Chief Brody says credit the most maligned coach in the league, unsung hero. Well done, team. Yeah, I'm with you there. Corey thinks maybe Burns might drop off. Mucky Muck said to his wife, if they go back through the middle, we score here. 5 tackles later, Toby smacked the door down. Legend. That's very insightful. Corey has lost his voice and not going to call in. That's more than okay. I'm happy just to talk to all of you lovely people. And if you want to call in, there's links. And we'll see if anyone's going to pop in after their duties. Okay, so Mark says at home, they kept the challenge because the camera angles were inconclusive. So, okay, so on the screen at the ground, I swear it came up saying unsuccessful. So that's why the crowd was really confused. But if it was different on the screen, which it would be on the Fox coverage at the very least, probably my man Tom Hudson or someone like that's doing the ticker, then they would have got it right. Danny says Katoa needs more praise. We will get there. AJ's come back, the Rooster himself, and said, GG, Shinazzi, great performance tonight. Thank you very much. Good game, I think that means. He's a young person. He speaks in slang. Good game. AJ has his own podcast, and you need to go listen to it. And, you know, he's going to kill me, but I have had a very long day, a lot of emotions. It's called The League Scene. I don't even need to look it up. It's called The League Scene. So go listen to AJ's podcast. I want to just confirm that's what it's called. As you all wait for me, I think it's called The League Scene. He's a good fella. Drives me nuts, but he's a good fella. Just kidding, AJ. And Anthony says, it may not be Burnham or even Allianz, but it's our home, and we earned this home final at home, and it paid off. And he's right. He's right. So, very good stuff. We're security. There's a lot of security tonight. Graham says, tough effort, forwards rotating well. Hey, Gary. How are you?
I'm out of breath.
That's okay. You can take some time if you want. We're just talking about how awesome our club is.
Up the Sharks.
Up the Sharks. Let's get your voice a bit more. What's going on? Speak normally for me.
Hello, everybody.
That's better. Yep. Okay. We'll keep an eye on that volume. Ed says, nice to see Teddy run over for the try. He was super annoying tonight. as was Crichton. They were a bit annoying. I don't like getting down on those people, but shout out to the Tongan fisherman as well. Short people. Yep. For a shorty, he did really, really well. Our man MD, who we were with at the Hairy Man, says, yeah, baby, we were on, had my confidence. Great day, my man. And Chief Brody says, shout out to Katoa. Short people like me can still jump. And this fella, Dean, is quoting Sam Shinazzi lyrics. So he's the listener viewer of the night. It's closing time, but the Sharks are not nearly done. Not even close. Danny says Gaza is in the house. He sure is.
I'm in the house. I'm finally caught my breath.
So, do you know, for starters, if we're cool with injuries? Everything good?
Everything seems all right down there. I didn't really see anyone limping or icing anything they don't usually ice, so I think we're good.
Okay, great. And what's the mood like?
Very up and about. Everyone's very happy. They knew it wouldn't be easy, but they went out there and did what they needed to do to get it done, and we can't wait for next week.
Certainly wasn't easy.
No,
Holy cow.
not at all.
But I thought we
That's
played
what we
really
want.
good. I'll give you a brief rundown. We've been talking about how well we played, how great the stadium was.
Stadium was rocking.
The stadium was rocking, and I think there's probably at least 10 to 15% improvement to come. Like, I'm not saying there can't be more, but I thought tonight was defensively really, really good. Some things you want to fix up, but really, really good. And the attack could be better. But having said that, it's finals footy.
Yeah.
So there's not a complaint, but I just feel like we can actually play better than that. So
Yeah,
it's
it felt
good.
like the last, we've won 7 out of the last 8 games, and it felt like a lot of the time things were sort of going our way, but like this time things weren't going our way. We didn't lose composure. We stuck together. We got through it, and yeah, just the resilience there from the boys to get it done was unreal. So
I've been bagging the ref pretty much. Just the 10 meters was terrible, man. I don't know. You probably didn't have a good spot.
I
for
can't
that.
tell from where I am at
Yeah.
all, but
Like,
I
just
can hear the crowd.
like, I'm not one of those ref people, but he was terrible.
Yeah, okay.
And to the Roosters' credit, and they do it every time they come here, they were great at it. They knew he wasn't going to blow it.
They like to have a win stream too, don't they? The old Roosters.
We've talked a bit about that. Now, Jacqueline, who I met up here in the upper ET, she said, my heart rate is finally starting to drop. Well, it was great to meet you too. Thank you very much for saying hello. Thanks to everyone who said hello. We've met a lot of great people tonight. Jason Hawes from Crypto Real Estate says, who do we prefer to play next week? And I'm leaning towards the Canberra Raiders. And I'll tell you why, Gary Dover.
Tell me why. I'm
And
interested
all
in
of our
this.
listeners. I think that you know what they're going to throw at you.
Yeah, fair.
And they're really good at it. And it's going to be tough, and it's going to be a very tough environment. I think Suncorp, I mean, we've shown we can win up there. We've shown we can almost win up there this year. But it's got that kind of party vibe where they could put 46 points on you.
It feels less intimidating going to GIO Stadium. I feel like a packed Suncorp, all mainly rooting for the Broncos, would be intense. Not to say we can't get it done. I'm just saying I feel like it would be a better scenario being in Canberra.
Yeah, I think we can get it done either way. But if I'm having my choice, I don't know about less intense. I think it's a different intense. I think it's obviously less people. More Sharks fans you think would travel, although we do have a good following up in Brisbane.
We've got a good little South.
Either way, it's going to be tough. Either way, it's going to be tough, but it's going to be awesome to watch out tomorrow and just see who we're going to get. But I think I lean towards Canberra, and who knows? I mean, how do you know? Shake says Fitz was not happy with the referee, which is great. Either was I. Now we're going to bring in Scotty. Now you're not going to be able to
I can't hear a word,
so
but
you can
let's go, Scotty.
Okay. Hey, Scott. I think it's Scotty from South Korea.
Yeah, that's correct. Sammy, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
A lot better now. Full time's over.
It was a tough one. What was it like watching from so far away and on your screen there rather than being on the ground? What's it like?
It wasn't too bad. It was like I was enjoying the first half, even though we weren't getting the field possession. I was eating some yummy fried chicken here, so it was sort of like a good moment for the second half.
He said that Scott said that he was eating fried chicken.
Ooh.
And you know the Koreans can make fried chicken.
I want some. I'm hungry.
Who was your best out there? What did you like?
I'd have to say my best was probably Trindle. His kicking game really helped us in that first half. I really liked when Nikora came back on in that second half. He really put some whack into Crichton.
Yeah.
Bryden was getting a bit on top of Billy Burns there for a while. So, yeah, that was a good ploy by Fitzy to bring him on. And I felt our bench, even though the beginning of the second half, they didn't really get the performance that they wanted because of the field position that the Roosters were having. They were quite good when they came on late in that first half.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Just on the Britton Nickera coming on, like it was a ballsy move by the coach because he's an international. He's spoken about as one of the best back rowers in the game, and he is. But he did have 3 weeks off. He did have a minor injury in those 3 weeks, and Billy Burns has been lighting it up. So it was a tough call. And all week I kept asking a few people, including the guy next to me, I was like, are we sure Burns is going to start? And they were like, yeah, that's the plan. And then I came around to it. Then to see it actually happen, and then, as I said before, earlier in the show, when Fanua Blake and Britt came on, we got that forward pack going because we were really not making any meters at all. Like we were barely. There was 3 or 4 sets there, Scott, in the second half, probably towards the start of the second half, and there were 3 of the 4 worst sets I've ever seen. And it's not to say the Roosters weren't playing great. We just couldn't get out of our own yard. But then they brought on Nickera, they brought on Fanua Blake, and that changed the game. So credit to the coach there, especially for the Britton Nickera one. What would you do, Scott, while I got you? What would you do next week with Nickera and even with Tall Tom coming back? What would you do?
I sort of think it's a no-brainer. Like, I think they kept Nickera on the bench. As you said, he has been out for 3 weeks. He had an injury. But with Tall Tom being out, you know, it was good to keep the starting lineup as it was for the last few weeks and then bring Nickera on and just let him ease into the game. Next week, it's sort of like a no-brainer to take Billy Burns out, put Nickera in there, and have Big Tall Tom on the bench.
And where are you putting Burns? Is he staying in the 17 or is he out?
I unfortunately have to put him out.
Okay.
I know he's been playing well, but yeah, with guy with Nickera's caliber coming back, that game, because there wasn't many, stoppages, it really tested his fitness for a while, and he showed that his fitness was quite good. So yeah, I'd put him straight back into the starting lineup for next week.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you for dialing in from South Korea. Really appreciate it. Please feel free to do so anytime you like. And enjoy the week. We got one more week at least, and hopefully 2 or 3 more. But yeah, thank you so much for calling in. Really appreciate it.
No worries. Thanks, Sammy. Have a good night.
You too. Take care. All right. That was Scotty from South Korea. Now, Kirk says, I was giving you some heat over Shark Park, but I really think it got us over the line. Siffer's time was limited. A bit worried he's injured. So let's start on Siffer. I noticed he wasn't playing much. Is it anything to do with injury or not?
Not that I have heard or seen down there. Like, he seemed pretty normal. He was walking fine. He was training all week. So I don't think it was the injury. Maybe it was just with Britt on the bench. They were doing some things a little bit differently this week. But yeah, I don't think Siffer's injured or anything like that. Obviously, yeah, he got a pretty bad knock in the Bulldogs game, but he pulled through the week pretty good. And yeah, training and everything went fine. So I'm not sure that it was that. It could just be that bench rotation with Britt there.
And Kirk, I don't remember you giving me stick about stadium, but it's been a long week, so I'm sure you did, and I'm sure I probably said something wishy-washy back to you. So it did get us across the line, and I said to Kieran Fraser, who was sitting next to me, and it was in the second half, I said the crowd's going to need a lift.
And they did.
And they did. They did, to be fair, and they were great.
You could definitely feel it down there. You could feel when the crowd started to get behind the boys and the energy shifted. It wasn't just like a crowd thing. It definitely helps out there.
I'll tell you, he's getting credit in the crowd, and it was the people. I'm not good with geography. What's that corner over there?
That would be the Northwest.
The Northwest people in the GA, they were doing the Sharkies chant, lifting everyone else to do it.
Good stuff.
Not suggesting no one else was doing it, of course, but they were noticeably, audibly fantastic. Thank you very much, Kirk. Hope you're good. Now, Jason Hawes from Crips Real Estate says the ref 10 tonight was 12. Oh, so the 10 meters was 12 meters. Wait, does he mean I think he means the 10 meters was 8, surely. Is that
I
what you
think he
mean?
might mean for us, we were getting
Oh.
sent a bit further back than we should have been, maybe.
I was just obsessed with the Roosters line, and it was just, that was more like 8.
I couldn't see it at all, but I believe you.
Jordan says up.
Up.
Liam from the Motor Yacht Club in Port Hacking, the Royal Motor Yacht Club
Let's
in
go,
Port
Liam.
Hacking, says, shout out to Sam's prediction about the Roosters handling. Well, you don't have to be a rugby league genius to know that they throw it around and it doesn't always stick.
They do.
But when it does, it's pretty scary. There were a few moments tonight it was a bit scary, but overall we got them. Jason says, game. If we did get funding for the stadium upgrade, would it hold much more? Thoughts on selling the land, buying, or doing a deal with the council or government for our first home grounds, Sutherland Oval? So it would depend on what the upgrade was as far as improving and lifting the amount of people that could be here. If it was a total rebuild, then yeah, there'd be more people. If you're just talking minor stuff, there's not a lot of, there's probably a few thousand somewhere, but that's that kind of thing. I'm open to lots of thoughts on whatever we can do to make either this or somewhere nearby be our home ground. As long as we're in the area, I don't really mind. So I'm pretty open-minded. Thank you very much, Jason. Ghastly 10 says, not sure if you saw, but late in the first half during a stoppage, Bradley went over and had a chat with the touchy. I noticed the calls got a bit better for both teams. That's interesting. I thought Blake was super tonight.
Yeah, Blake was unreal.
Did everything he could. Let's jump over to the Insta. Okay. So Robbie says, anyone know what day the game will be next week? It's a bit early for that.
Saturday.
I'm hearing Saturday too.
There's
Is it
something
locked in?
Yeah, it's not locked in. It's
No,
never
not
locked in until
Don't
the
book your
NRL.
tickets.
But I believe it will be Saturday.
Yes, I heard that the Bulldogs.
There's a few other
would-
things going on, and with
I heard the
games.
Bulldogs would be Sunday. That's why I'm saying Saturday.
Yeah, and there's something happening with the Melbourne and AFL, and
Let's
that means
wait and
Melbourne's
see.
next Friday.
Let's wait and see. But yeah, I believe it'll be Saturday. But it's not even close to confirmed till they say it. They flip. the
Wait till
flop
tomorrow.
and
You'll know tomorrow.
Yeah,
We'll know tomorrow.
look, that's my nephew.
Yes,
He's
let's go.
joining. He's not joining. AJ's there. Oh, hang on. I've already read these out. Fraser Glenn from Ray White Real Estate. He's one of the great real estate agents who listens to this podcast. There's a few of them. There's Jason Hawes. There's Justin Wrestle. There's Fraser Glenn. Said, how good was that? What a performance. Absolutely. RCB is still alive. How good that? He's got the air to breathe.
Let's
I'm just kidding, RCB.
Great
Just
Adam
razzing
Barnes.
ya. Barnesy came up here to greet me.
Did he?
Yes,
Where
before
is he? Barnesy.
at Macca's Engadine, I think.
Yes, let's go.
But yeah, Barnesy was here. Locke says, who do you think was the standout? Who do you think was the standout?
Oh, that's tough for me because I feel like a lot of guys did really good stuff.
They did.
I need to go back and watch it properly because from where I sit, it's really hard to see. But I thought Adam did really well. I thought Blake did really well. Nico controlled it. Kale and Ronnie, I thought they did really well on that edge there.
Yeah, there were a lot of standouts. Like I didn't think anyone really let us down. at
Braids
all.
off the bench, I thought was strong.
He was. I'll say this: I thought both centers didn't play straight enough for my liking. They defended pretty good. Offensively, I'd like to see him. I think KL especially. I don't know if he's carrying something. They're a little bit too lateral for me in attack.
Okay.
Not a slight on them, just speaking my mind.
Sounds like a slight.
Uh-oh. KL will lose his cool for the first time ever in his life. Hey, podcast guy. I thought that out of the two halves, Trindle was better, but I thought Nico was decent. I thought he was good. There was a few things he'd like back, but I thought he was good. I thought all the forwards were really good. Probably need a bit more time for Jesse Colquhoun. And I thought the bench was decent as well.
He's got it, but doesn't he, Jesse?
He does.
He's got
He
it.
does. I like the way we played. I thought it was. I thought we really took it to them. And there's improvement, as I keep saying. There is improvement. I don't know how to answer your question. Who is my standout?
Too many. I need to watch it back. When we get together for our next Gaz and Shinaz, I'll have a better idea because I would have watched the game three more times.
People who subscribe to us but don't rely on us to post things on social media would have got a live Gaz and Shinazzi pre-game about 3 or 4 o'clock Savo. But we'll do a better one, although I am
What are you saying?
I'm away till Thursday.
Oh, no.
It'll be Friday. We'll do it Friday
It's all right. We'll get it done.
or Thursday.
I might not be.
I'll get to
We
you.
could be live from somewhere else.
We'll get it done for you. We're going to do as much as we can, that's for sure. Now, my nephew said something really bad here. They've got Marky Mark and we've got Rudolph Skid Mark. Oh, come on. You're better than that, Jess. What's your name? Thomas. We've raised you better than that. Or have we? Anywho, Shark Park rocking.
How good is it?
Winning 20-10. There was a lot of sweet revenge tonight. Revenge for the finals loss the other year against the Roosters. Not so much against the Cowboys. But just the fun that was had in this stadium. It was cool.
And did you see Ronnie's quote with Triple M? You wouldn't have seen it or heard it yet. All that crap's that's been said in the media about us, we'll shove that up your pipe, brah.
He's got away with words. I was a little worried at the start. He had the early error.
But he went about it.
Then
He went and
smashed
got
old
it,
mate,
yeah.
The rep player,
Toya.
Toya. He was a little bit in and out, but then he was in.
He said, I was so glad I got it done because Fitzy would have killed me.
Yeah.
He came out and spoke about it during the week
here we
about
go.
his battle, but
Here we go. You won't be able to hear this, but here's Barnesy.
yes, Barnesy.
What did you get? Did you get the Arch burger? I haven't had that yet.
I haven't left. I'm leaving the car park now.
He's
So-
claiming that he's leaving the car park now.
I don't believe him. I reckon he's
Mate,
still in the drive-through.
No. I was waiting
Yeah,
for you
which
to
car park?
put me on before I started the car up. I got sick of
Sorry.
waiting, so I'm now driving.
Well, you know the budget of
Um,
SharkCast. We need more screens so we can see what's going on. We only got the one screen. But Barnesy, what did you make of all that?
I'm super pumped we got the victory. It was actually probably the first game in a little while where I actually got to sit and watch the game. Sat with my mum and dad. My dad's a big Roosters supporter, so
Oh,
he wasn't really happy, but too bad.
Oh, what?
Yeah, to be honest, I was super nervous at the start of that second half. We hit the skid massively, and I was calling for some changes and get some fresh men on.
yeah.
I think the overall gutsy team performance was outstanding. So, super happy. Looking forward to a road trip next week, wherever
Now,
that may
fill us
be.
in on the merch side of things. Were you working tonight, or was it NRL sort of side of things?
No, it was all us, but NRL run events, so they take a little bit of a clip of what we made. But we operated as usual. We had the 3 outlets inside the stadium, plus we'll keep selling.
Excellent. Yep. March on and we'll keep selling, he says.
Let's go.
Give us your 3, 2, 1s before we let you go, because of our communication situation. Give you 3, 2, 1s, Bunsy.
No, you're right. I think a bit like Gaz, I probably need to rewatch it, but
Yep.
I think 3 or 2 points to Adam. I think he was outstanding. It's hard from there. Like I agree with what you said about our centres going sideways out of the backfield. I'll probably give one to Sione for those 2 bomb defusals against
One
Tupou.
for Sione.
Two crucial catches. Although I was a bit miffed as to why they didn't go to him more often. They only bombed to him twice the whole game, which is
It was interesting, yeah.
I think Billy was strong. Tech's defence was strong. I'll probably reserve judgment on a number 2. So 3 Adam, Sione 1 with the bombs, and then 2 could be probably a handful of. I think it's probably a forward. I think Toby, probably give it to Toby the match winner. I think his first stint was really good, and he added some impact when he came on in the second stint. So, disappointed Sipper didn't get that many minutes He looked
Yeah.
gassed, him
Yeah.
and Oregon. So, look forward to getting Hazo back
Yeah,
next
there's a
week.
big.
Yeah, Spitzy's got a call to make, I reckon, around what
He
he
does
does
for
with
sure.
bench
It's gonna
next week.
be a big,
Everyone's
big
opinion.
selection choice.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for calling in, Barnesy. Great to see you as always.
Yep.
And well done on all the work you're doing with the merch, killing it. And we'll talk to you soon, no doubt, my friend.
Love you, Barnesy.
All right, drive safe. Up. That was great, Adam Barnes. Stuart says I'm 20 minutes behind the stream, but my boy Josh came down to rep Brizzy. He sure did, and he had his daughter and his daughter's friend, and he was at the Hairy Man's, and we had some good chats with Josh. He was actually in the upper ET as well. Now I'm just seeing some footage, and the drum made it inside the room again.
It did. Comes in regularly now.
That's good.
Shark Cage boys.
I'm all for that. Now, Stuart also says Katoa and Ronnie shutting down the threats were incredible. Absolutely. Mark says, were the Roosters on side during those sets that kept us in our 20s? Seemed like they were on us as soon as we had the ball. No, I think they were offside for the most of the night. I'm not even being sarcastic. It's just, they got away with it, and good luck to them. But, I'm not sure. It seemed like they were off, put it that way. And you can talk about line speed and everything else, but, yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. Our old friend Jason says, winner, chicken dinner. Very apt tonight. You like that, Gary?
I love that.
Daniel says, man, I love Toby Rudolph. Melanie says, Tom to replace BHU. Ooh, Melanie, let's have a conversation. Leave the bench how it was, winning formula up the Sharkies. I thought BHU, and I'm not suggesting Melanie's saying that he wasn't, but I thought BHU was really good.
I thought he was one of our best off the bench, personally.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, Melanie. I don't know which. I wouldn't go that way, but I respect that you would, and it's going to be interesting. It depends what you want. Like, Kafusi's really safe and really shores up the middle. Braden's, big and boisterous, but he's really stopped the unnecessary offloads, and that. He's just playing direct.
Yeah.
He's bumping off
I
guys.
feel like we're in a good spot where we can just wait and see what happens tomorrow and which pack we're playing, and then there's probably a way to go based on whoever we're versing.
Thanks, Melanie. Jason says Woolaware Golf Course would be perfect, I think, to play. I agree, actually. I don't want to upset the golfers, especially Rob Willis. But Susan says, up, baby. Couldn't think of a better team to dump from the finals. So proud of all the boys. Enjoy your chicken dinner. We should get chicken after this.
I would love to
know
get
what
some
I'd
chicken.
love? Oh, hang on. Was that what? I just got the joke now from Scott in South Korea. I'm like Homer Simpson or something. Scott, I'm so sorry. You know why, though? Because I love chicken so much. I was just invested in the chicken. But he was actually referring, I'm so sorry. I'm Homer Simpson when they're playing the cards.
I love it.
Now, Stuart has joined. Hey, Stuart, how are you?
Boys, very good.
How are you?
I'm very happy. What a game.
Great
that
game.
The defensive effort was just amazing tonight.
What did you? Yeah, absolutely. Defensive effort was great. Who was the best out there for you? Who'd you like?
I messaged. So I know my my mate Josh Conway's down there, and he met you before the game. Shinazzi.
Yeah.
And I messaged him before, and I think Sione Katoa and Ronaldo Mulatalo to shut down those Roosters wingers. Wow.
Yeah, wingers were good.
They were quiet, and that was their strength. That was the things I was worried about. The Roosters really did come out hard in that second half, which I was expecting, and we just weathered the storm. And I was just really inspired by it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely inspired by it too. It's great to see them step up at the right time of the year. Like tonight was pretty heated out here at Sharks Stadium. Like it's their home ground, but there was probably, I put it at 70-30. Does that sound right, Gary?
Yeah, I reckon that's about right.
But the 30% of Roosters fans were really invested, and just that pressure, Stuart, that you know about of us, this time of the year lately, it hasn't been amazing. So to do it, and of course, you're only as good as your last game. I'm sure if we were to lose next week, they'd be all over us. Oh, they can't do finals. Well, obviously we can. We proved tonight we can. But that's what I'm most happy about, Stuart, is that
So-
not a monkey off the
So
back,
for
but just a reminder that we can play footy to everyone else. Sorry,
we can
go
play
ahead.
footy, yeah. Pressure footy and against they're not a normal 8th position team, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
they're very strong. They were great across the park, and they really did bring it. I'm interested to know, but Gaz and Shinaz, do you prefer the Raiders or the Broncos next week?
So who do you prefer, Nick?
Raiders.
Raiders? Why?
I just feel like we can beat them down there and roll on.
I need more. Like, why can we beat them?
I just think that they play a style of football that we can defend against, and I think that we can get over the top of them through the middle, and our back five will run right.
Yeah, I'm a Raiders guy too, Stuart, and it's no disrespect to them. They've been so good all year, and I'm not expecting them to lose tomorrow. But if I had a preference, if I could wave the magic wand, I think I'd go Canberra, because as I've said a few times, you can read them a bit better.
I also feel like
Yeah.
they're like finals experience. They don't really have any.
Sure.
So when it gets to that pressure situation or time in a game, they might crumble a little bit easier.
Yeah, obviously Broncos have a lot of rep players, and they've been there. They played grand finals recently.
Yeah.
Grand final, and so yeah, that's the way I go. I think either way it's going to be tough, Stuart. They're both
Absolutely.
great home grounds, and they'll have the majority of their fans, no matter where it is. But yeah, there might be a bit of psychology there if Canberra were to lose after they might, get them on a premiership. They might get a bit shaky week 2 if they were to lose week 1. So, what about you?
I'm going selfishly the other way.
You're from
because I'm in
Brisbane.
Brisbane.
Yeah, of course. Fair
Exactly.
Fair
so
enough.
I can go and watch the Sharkies play. And I actually think, like, Josh and I went to that game in Brisbane. We, for 60 minutes of that game, we were dominant against Brisbane.
Yeah, should have
won that game, which would have, secured top 4 for us in the end. But anyway, look forward, not backwards.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I'm really encouraged by the fact we pulled 2 really good performances back to back, and and in very different sort of fashions. Like last week we were perfect nearly. Tonight it was a little bit scrappy, but against a really classy outfit. And I was really worried about those wingers and the matchups on the wings, and we just covered it.
Yeah.
It was just really good.
That's a great point you make about it being a bit scrappy today, and near perfect last week, but both against really good teams. And I was happy with our forwards tonight as well. I thought that we matched their forward pack. The forward pack is really good. So, happy days for now, Scott. Sorry, not Scott, Stuart. I'm looking at Scott on the screen, but Stuart is there. Yeah, well, I hope for your sake that we play in Brisbane and we get the win, and that'll be fun for you guys. Make sure you give them.
I hope for all our sakes, we'll be meeting on the first weekend of October in Sydney, and
that would be good.
That's the goal, but 1 week at a time, as you said.
Definitely 1 week at a time.
Yeah.
All right.
Up, boys.
Thanks, Stuart. Take care. Love your support. We'll talk to you soon.
Have a good night, guys.
Thank you, brother. All right. So we'll get rid of that. Scott says, I wouldn't mind seeing a different approach to making yardage when our back five is struggling to make meters. Like I said, where the big boys cut it up just to get field possession back. I think ideally we'd all love that, but it's hard for them to get back onside for after the kick, etc. It was noticeable tonight. I'll tell you what, Will Kennedy and Ronaldo, they would have got the heart racing of many people. Their first tackle options, but it worked. It's not a criticism, but they really left nothing in tank. If they saw a gap, they went for it. And I was thinking we've done that all year, so why would you stop now?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? We've done it all year, so you got to play the way you play to beat the teams you want to beat. So,
Handman says the Fox people, boy, the Fox people are copping it, and I can't talk about it. Was saying AFB was quiet when they're watching a different game. I thought he was terrific.
I thought he was unreal.
I loved his celebration at the end on Toby jumping all over him.
So good.
Ghastly 10 says that would be our last Shark Park final for a good while. I don't know. I don't think so. I think tonight was actually a bit of a success. Like, I really think it was us saying to the NRL, we can put on a great spectacle. Okay, some people couldn't get in at some point, but I don't know. If we finish top whatever 1, 2, or 4 or 5. Sorry, 5, 6. I'm trying to say. I wouldn't buy into that chat just yet, Ghastly. It was pointed out to me it was maybe just trying to appease the hotheads. Oh, we'll be there last year. Don't worry about it. It's like, I don't think so.
Yeah, wasn't it Abdo that came out and said he's going to revisit the guidelines or something like that?
Yeah, him or the other fella. But I think
If you earn a home final, you play at home.
I think they'll worry about it.
It's as simple as that.
They'll worry about it next year. We won't hear more about it. Scott said this is the first time Fitz set a positive win record over Robbo. 4 wins to 3. He surpassed his master. That's good. That's awesome.
Let's go.
Fitz is in good form, I tell you. Trish says, I prefer to go to Canberra next season, but I have to go to Brisbane, so be it. We got this.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Now, Danny has hit the scotches to calm him down. How good was that win?
Yes.
Semi-finals.
Go,
Come at
Danny.
me, bro. Hitting the scotches now.
I'm under whiskey right
Not
now.
the worst idea, is it? Shake says, if you don't want to play at Shark Park, finish above. As simple as that.
That's it.
Absolutely. We'll jump over to the Insta. My colleague Brendan DeCosta has joined. One of the great Tigers men. Well, he lives in the Shire now, so he's sort of taken us on as well. Mitch says, up. I think I saw Mitch. No, I didn't see Mitch tonight.
You would have seen Mitch
I did
tonight.
see Mitch
You
tonight.
did.
Yep. Great Mitch.
Biggest
Jay-
Sharks fan there is, Mitch.
Yeah, when he's not supporting the Dragons. Jay says 7 straight wins at Cronulla. And Fitz was happy with Nicker off the bench, he said in the presser. So that's a bit of a eye-opener. Like, see what happens next week with that. He also wants some of the sideways movement to be stopped. I agree. Finn says he weathered so many storms, stayed patient, very impressive. And he thought, the person, I can't say, Finn says, God, that one pretty good. Finn says Roosters were offside all night. It was crazy. They were never penalised for it. I agree, Finn. I really, really do. Thank you so much for being in touch. Now, the real head of merch, Ash, has joined. She's waving at us from somewhere.
Hey, Ash.
The stadium capacity will change when things are back up and running. Give it some time. Wise words from a wise person. Jay says first time Fitz has recorded back-to-back wins against Robbo. Nathan says great, gutsy, tough win. Thank you to all of our Insta friends. That's awesome. That's me waving on delay, Gary. How good's the delay? Stuart says Jason Hawes asked the same question. Don't worry about Jason Hawes. He's a troublemaker from way back. Good for real estate, though. Sharks win. How good is that, Gary?
Best
How
ever.
good is that? 20 to 10.
20 to 10.
Anything else from downstairs you can give us exclusively while we have you?
No, because I kind of ran in for the song and then ran out again to edit some photos. And
How was the song?
Get everything sorted. Yeah, it was great. I put a little photo up on my Instagram.
It was good here, I'll tell
It was
you.
rocking. There was water all over the roof and it's unreal.
Has the new boy, Tim, been drenched yet?
He has tonight, for
Oh,
sure.
good.
Everyone was drenched tonight.
That's what you get for supporting Parramatta. Sharks win at 20 to 10. We're not going to hit too much NRL dub now. We'll do that later in the week, but they had a disappointing loss to the Roosters. I mean, the juggernaut. Hard to stop.
They are.
Now, you think they're going to play the Cowboys?
It's the Knights or the Cowboys, but I think with the way that who's playing tomorrow, it's the Knights and someone.
I'm not sure.
Knights and Dragons.
Okay.
I think if the Knights win by more than 10 points or something like that, we'll end up playing the Cowboys.
Okay. We'll stay
We
tuned to
can't
that.
move from where we're at, 5th, but they can switch 3rd and 4th.
Stay tuned to that.
So it'll either be Knights or Cowboys.
But a lot of our, do we know, did Flegg play tomorrow? Or am I making that up?
I'm
I
not
thought
sure.
they had the week off.
No, I don't think they have the week off.
Oh, I think they're playing tomorrow. Anyway, what matters is we are awesome as a club. That's all that matters. Handman says, I thought Kennedy proved today he's in a weak link and we can win a comp with him. I thought he's pretty good.
Hey,
I
man.
mean, I would like to maybe see the replay of that grubber kick for Crichton. I thought potentially there was room there for I don't know about a penalty try, but a sin bin professional foul if he'd not scored the try. But I need to watch it back. But I thought other than that, I thought he was pretty good, as I said before, like really created a lot of room at the back and pretty safe under the high ball. They all were.
He's safe.
He is. I like him. I'm a wheel guy. I don't know what's going to happen next year. I feel like he might sign for a year and see what happens there. But there's no doubting Liam Eisen will be chomping at the bit to get him.
Absolutely.
But it's Will's jumper at the moment.
I'm a big Will guy.
If we go deep into the finals, and so far we're 1 from 1, but if we go deep, I mean, there's no talk about there being a problem with the spine. And tonight the spine was pretty good. And if I'm doing a pecking order, he's not at the bottom of the spine. So based on tonight, Sean says just joined. Sure has been mentioned, but presume this will keep the Toby haters quiet. Maybe, I don't know if there's haters out there. There were people like me who probably doubted him a few years ago, but this year he's been really good, and I've been the first to say it. And
he brings such a shift in energy when he comes on. Like,
you could never doubt the guy's effort
he's
and his love for the club, and that's why I've never been a hater. I expect more out of him, but this year I don't expect any more. I've seen everything I need to see. He's been really good.
Yeah, like you look back at that Dolphins game back here, however many months ago.
Absolutely.
He saved the season then, and now he's running through 4 blokes to score a try in the final to send us to semis. His passion and his effort is always there. So I love having Toby on board.
Shake's going to bed, and we're going to bed soon. So just give you a warning. Fly, Eagles, fly. That's not going to fly on this show. Can't be saying that.
Go the Browns.
Well, you've already said it, and I've already put it up. Thanks, Shake. Brendan is saying Fleet play tomorrow at 11 o'clock at Leichhardt. So I think we knew that. Hand says even if Liam Eisen played, Wool would be a brilliant backup. Well, he would be. I just don't know if you can have that good a guy being a backup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just don't see him as a backup. I feel like you got to have one or the other, and then someone of
maybe the recruitment people are waiting to see how he handles the finals. I'm not sure. Maybe something's done and we don't know about it, but we'll find out. But I know he wants to stay.
Yeah, he loves the club, and we all love him around here. So who knows what's going to happen?
A bunch of you who follow the Insta would have seen it, but I had a great interaction with Will and Blake involving my kid who's had a birthday the other day, and they were just super kind and really went out of their way to make him feel special when they didn't have to. And doesn't mean you should re-sign him for that reason, but he's just a hell of a human being. So just, if you're ever going to hammer Will Kennedy, just remember, do it for football reasons, but he's a really sweet guy. But yeah, tonight he was terrific, I thought. Sharks win 20 points to 10, Gary. We're going to get wrapping because we're going to get home and
I need to go to bed.
But we said that at the same time. How beautiful. Excellent stuff. We love our SharkCast audience. You guys are literally the best. I feel so bad because people are joining and it's like we're wrapping up. But you can go back and watch. That's the great thing about this great
and just send all the questions to sharkcastpod@gmail.com.
That's
it.
I won't mention your email address. It's been said, but the defensive effort was immaculate. Rudolph the second half had shades of Pryor versus Raiders in 2016 finals. People have said to me, prominent people tonight have said to me, best win since 2016 Canberra.
All right, let's go. We know what happened in that year.
Now, any news on Jesse Colquhoun? Is that Jesse Colquhoun? Contract talks? Off contract? I'm not sure, but he'll be staying. Don't worry about that. He'll be staying. Finn says, loving Brayley's captaincy. I thought he was great tonight. I think he's a great captain. I feel like he could be a long-term captain.
Absolutely. Even just like at training and in the huddles and before the game, like you never hear Blake talk a lot, but the last few weeks, and everything he says is just like bang on. You're just like, let's go run through brick walls for this guy.
Love it. Jay says we'll be aiming to win 5 in a row next week for the first time this season. Brayley's undefeated as captain so far. Thank you very much for that, Jay. Appreciate you. Gary Dover, appreciate you too.
Thanks for having me.
Jason says, you do a good job, Sam. I like how you respect everyone's opinions. Be proud. Up. Well, it's very kind. There's been a lot of kindness around the Shire today towards our podcast, Gary. I have to be...
Your podcast.
No, there's no I in SharkCast. There's a couple in Shinazzi. I've been using that one a lot lately. No, we are a little team and everyone pulls their weight. But really appreciate everyone's support, especially today. Just people have been so kind and it's awesome.
Look at the great man over there walking home.
Who we got?
You know who that is?
He hasn't got far to walk.
He doesn't. He's rolling home.
We're live on air.
He's loving it. Look at him.
That'll be awful audio. I'm sorry for everyone listening on the audio. Rob Willis did a great job tonight.
Does a great job every night.
Didn't have to do much with the NRL running things. Boy, the NRL really took over the office, shall we say?
Did they?
You're not allowed to say it. Nothing
damn it.
negative. No. Nothing negative. But when you live in that media box and then they're looking at you like you don't live there.
Who are you? Yeah.
I'm like, you know who I am, damn it.
Crack up.
Sharks win 20-10. We're having fun now. Means where to go. Awesome stuff for the players,
Unreal.
coach, the staff, Marcus Statsman, everyone involved. But most importantly, for you listeners and viewers, great stuff. Stay on the train, man. It's a good train to be on. Sharks win. Get in touch with us. Personally, I'm going to be away for a bunch of the week, but I'm going to pump out what we can, and we'll get to as much as we can throughout the week. It's going to be a great week. Sharks win 20-10. We find out soon who we play. Kieran says this can't be live. Well, you're the one that left on full time, not us. But we do care for you greatly, and you were a great companion tonight. And I appreciate it, and I appreciate the burger you got me at the Harry Man.
Oh, stop it.
It's a good burger. Kieran, rock on, my man. He was worried, but he's a lot more relieved. Sharks win 20-10. We are out of here. Gary, I'm just going to lean over and press the end.
Yeah, you are.
It's a bit of a joke that we do these days. I'm going to play the song because I've got to play the song, but
Gotta
that's
play
not
the
going to
song.
affect anyone, I don't think. How do I play the song? Goodbye, everybody. Up, Cronulla.
Cronulla, the boys in the black, white, and blue. Up, Cronulla, name of the Sharks fit you. Sharks, forever. Now's the